What if I told you that every iPhone you ever bought could have made you a small fortune instead? Sounds wild, right? But it's true. Back in 2007, the very first iPhone launched at $499. And today, if you had invested that same amount in Apple stock instead of the phone, you'd be sitting on over $150,000 right now. That's right, one purchase, one choice, a difference of nearly 6 figures. This is not just a story about Apple. It's a story about mindset, about thinking like an investor, not just a consumer. And today on Money Route, we're breaking it all down. Let's dive in. Let's start from the top. The year is 2007. Steve Jobs gets on stage and announces a device that would change the world. The original iPhone. People lined up overnight. The hype, unmatched. The cost, $499. Now here's the crazy part. If instead of buying that phone, you had invested $499 into Apple stock, that would be worth over $150,000 today. Why? Because Apple stock has grown by more than 30,000% since the iPhone first dropped. The phone revolutionized communication, but the real money, it was in owning the company that made it, and that's just the beginning. Let's play a little game. Here's what would have happened if you bought Apple stock instead of the iPhone over the years. iPhone 3 grams in 2008, $599. If you'd bought Apple shares instead, you'd now have over $80,000. iPhone 4 in 2010, $599. That investment today, worth around $42,000. iPhone 6 in 2014, $649. That's about $8,000 today. iPhone X in 2017, $999. Worth roughly $4,000 now. Even the iPhone 13 in 2021, $799. That's already climbed to over $1,100 in just a few years. And here's the big kicker. If you skipped every iPhone upgrade and instead dropped that money into Apple stock every year, you'd be sitting on a portfolio worth over $300,000 right. No trading, no flipping, just holding one of the greatest growth stocks of all time. So what's the point of all this? It's not to make you feel bad about owning an iPhone. It's to flip your perspective. Most people are trained to be consumers, to chase the next upgrade, to spend before thinking. But wealthy people, they think like owners. They ask, how can I invest in the company making the product? How can I build wealth while everyone else is spending it? And that mindset shift makes all the difference, because $499 isn't just $499. It's potential. It's the seed of something way bigger. Now, here's the really interesting part. Apple wasn't the only company where this worked. If you'd bought Amazon stock instead of Prime Day deals, massive returns. If you skipped your Starbucks latte and bought Starbucks shares every month, you'd have thousands. Bought Tesla stock instead of a Model 3, you'd be up hundreds of thousands easily. The lesson? Buy stock in the things you use. Invest in what you believe in. If you love it, odds are millions of others do too. And that demand drives long-term value. So let's bring this home. Here's what happens when you stop spending like a consumer and start thinking like an investor. You start building assets instead of buying liabilities. You make your money work for you, not against you. You stop chasing trends and start creating wealth. That iPhone, it depreciates the moment you open the box. But Apple stock? That can compound. It can grow. It can retire you early. And the best part, you don't need to be rich to start. Even if you only have $50, $100, $500, start owning the companies you support, because every purchase you make is a vote with your dollars. So make your dollars count. At Money Route, we believe in one core principle. Buy like a boss. Think like an owner. This isn't about skipping every purchase or living cheap. It's about balance. It's about being intentional. It's about knowing that sometimes the smartest move is to own the factory, not just the product. Next time you see a shiny new phone or gadget, ask yourself, is this building my future or draining it? Because the best investment isn't always in stuff. Sometimes it's in you. Alright, here's my challenge to you. Drop a comment and tell me, if you could go back to 1 year and buy Apple stock instead of an iPhone, what year would you choose? And if this video opened your eyes even just a little, hit that like button. Subscribe to Money Route for more powerful money insights. And turn on those notifications. We're dropping new wealth building videos every single week. This is Money Route, where we don't just spend money, we build it. Let's make your next money move your smartest one yet. See you in the next video.